here in St. George, Utah. Anna Bright will get us started. There's that troubling dink from James Ignatowich. Perfectly on cue.
Yeah, and if Dekel wants to scooch into the middle, he's going to have to be wary of that roll that Ignatowich has. That's a beautiful ball to start the match.
You could see the slight change in terms of Dekel bar not hitting the overhead. It's tough to see out here.
Yeah, as you can see, nary a cloud in the sky. It's a very bright sun.
Second serve.
And court conditions compared to yesterday, a little minorly slower. Still, you know, Dekel of all people, we'll see him here. He's going to go for that big serve. Can he contain it is the question. And that one kisses off the tape. He really has taken that stepping in. We talked about Pavlo Tejas doing that in singles. Obviously served him well as he made it to the final.
Point.
Lucy Kovalova with a missed return. We saw a lot of that yesterday, just as so many of our pros getting acclimated to the high elevation, colder temperatures. Fast ball. There's a fast James Ignatowich looking for the poach and into the net.
Yeah, those feet never stop moving, so if you think there's a rumbling under his feet, nope, they're just going.
Nice closeout by Lucy Kovalova.
Yeah, and Anna Bright got out of that cross-court dink by throwing the ball back at Dekel bar, and that created a problem.
0-2-1. No. Right foot went in. Right foot went in. Second serve.
And the Don Stanley alarm clock is alive and well there.
I was about to give the point in the opposite direction.
0-2-2.
So, you can't lose the point twice, Cameron.
Nope.
So, carry on.
Nice shot from James Ignatowich. Quick little flick with one hand.
Violent, too.
It was. Cross court even.
Okay, James.
It's a new one.
Point.
James Ignatowich, one of the up-and-comers on the Carvana PPA Tour, just 22 years of age. Played tennis at Vanderbilt. You can see just how much damage, again, that two-hand backhand is creating space and opportunities for Bright and Ignatowich.
Yeah, when we've seen Dekel bar get in trouble, it's against a team that can get the ball behind him, and this team can easily do that, both Anna Bright and James Ignatowich. So that makes him less menacing in the middle, and they'll keep putting the ball there. You think, why would I want to hit it to the guy? But you hit it there, and you neutralize him.
Point.
Unique error there from Lucy Kovalova. Just a little bit of a miscontact at the kitchen line.
Yeah, a couple tough misses for her birthday week here.
Point.
And on a swinging volley as well. So still looking to get settled in are Dekel bar and Lucy Kovalova.
6-0-2.
There's a solid reach in, cross court from Kovalova.
Yeah, she's got big power on both sides, especially the two-handed backhand. But she's tall, so using that height, you don't let a long dink travel. Nice job crushing it.
Lucy from the opposite side.
Yeah, she's not going to remind us that it hit the net. She's just going to say, I'm a left side player. So well done. It was interesting watching a new team be able to work that out so eloquently. No issues whatsoever.
And that is just
Second
out of
serve.
reach, which is not easy to do against Dekel Bar.
No, 6'3", really long arms, but
1-6-2.
so smart. Anna Bright saw that and moved her dink more inside the court.
And again,
yeah, so Ignatowich has been using that flick more and more, and he's catching Dekel Bar. Cross court, that ball's
6-1-1.
probably out, but he couldn't get out of the way of it.
Point.
Kovalova getting caught on that left hip in terms of her counter. So the trek continues for Bright and Ignatowich, 7-1.
7-1-1.
Hot start for the couple.
There's a slight hesitancy there from Lucy Kovalova. Maybe some of the nuances of a new partnership.
Yeah, just trusting who's taking the ball, and then
Receiving team 8-1-1.
the thing we don't talk about, but she is so used to where Matt Wright puts certain balls, and she's not going to have that same confidence with Dekel.
No, you make a great point. Without a doubt. There's so much that goes into a new partnership, not just about where the ball is going, but also where the speed up is coming from and the location of your partner's own shots.
One timeout.
So a timeout taken by Kovalova and Bar, the 5 seed versus the 4 seed. James Ignatowich stretching it out, but right now him and Anna Bright are looking awfully fired up here in the quarterfinals.
Second serve.
We fully expected, after talking to so many pros after yesterday's singles play, that it was going to be all about the shake and bake today, but it seems like teams have also got it dialed in terms of their drop.
Yeah, and that's an important thing in the altitude. If you don't trust your drop, you're going to drive everything. So you can tell the confidence of a player just by their shot selection here.
Side out.
That one flying out of the side off James Ignatowich.
Yeah, if we even had a doubles alley, I'm not sure that would have been in. So big miss, but huge lead here for James and Anna.
Good, call it in. Let recall. 1-9-1. Point.
Yeah, Bright, we haven't said her name enough. Also hitting the scene with some aggressive play just a year ago. You know, it's funny, I talked to her before the beginning of this season, and I said, well, what are some of the things you're kind of still looking on? Do you feel like you're new? And she goes, I do not feel new at all anymore. She has played more tournaments than most of the pros out here just within the last year, spending so much time dedicating to the sport.
Yeah, and we talked yesterday about reps and getting to play against the best players, and the variety of the best players is huge for her. And you know, she's somebody that wasn't even in the top 10 in mixed and now is number 5. So, I mean, that's a place where she's constantly been working on feeling more comfortable in the mixed part of this. She's a very good women's doubles player, obviously, as well. So one of the top players, and for a reason, and she's put in the time on the court.
Anna Bright, of course, from the University of California, Berkeley, where she had an illustrious tennis career. Solid location for Anna Bright off the speed up.
Yeah, again, keeping Dekel honest. They're doing it with a drive down the line from Anna Bright, and the roll from Ignatowich really good strategically.
Point.
There's a nice little slide from Lucy Kovalova, keeping that left foot back, generating plenty of power on the counter.
Yeah, and this is the impact of the Dekel Bar serve. When you serve an Anna, they can't switch.
Just some extra power from Ignatowich.
Nine, 3-1. Point.
And again, just a little bit of a loose kitchen volley from Lucy Kovalova, trying to dial those in.
10-3-1. Second serve.
That's a great return, though. Plenty of space, plenty of time for Kovalova to get to the net.
10-9-2. Sorry, 10-3-2.
Very nice shades game here today for Anna Bright.
Good read from Dekel Bar.
Yeah,
jumps the corner.
That's the danger of the two-handed backhand roll. If you don't hit it clean, it's going to sail a little bit, and Bar's plenty tall enough to reach in and punch a winner.
Point.
You can see just how much pressure James Ignatowich is trying to apply.
14-1.
Currently straddling the center line.
Second serve.
And that ball might be sent out of the stadium.
Again, smart strategically behind
14-2.
Dekel, who's leaning middle so hard there.
James Ignatowich is just speeding up whenever he feels it's necessary.
Yeah, it's working. No reason to change. The
10-4-1.
targets are smart, and great finish down on the two-handed backhand. Not easy to do.
Point game, switch ends.
And the first game goes to Ignatowich and Bright, 11-4. Maybe a bit more lopsided than we anticipated.
Yeah, some uncharacteristic errors from Kovalova, and then some really smart strategic play, throwing that ball behind Bar and not letting him take over. Got a couple points off the big serve, and we'll definitely see that in game two. We'll see if Kovalova's level can raise where we're expecting it.
So 11-4 for Bright and Ignatowich. Our volunteers are getting this championship court pumped. James Ignatowich is on fire right now in the quarterfinals, partnered up alongside Anna Bright versus Dekel Bar and Lucy Kovalova. And already a change of pace. So Dave Fleming, first and foremost, when you have a player on fire like James Ignatowich, who's trusting his hands, what can you do to neutralize him?
So number one, you could isolate him and give a lot of balls to Anna Bright. And then secondly, put the ball on the ground in safer places that aren't attackable. If he wants to attack in this later air off the wrong ball, make him pay.
Second serve.
It's a great point. Also, you can find him, force him to hit every ball from the baseline, maybe get an extra ball or two before he finds that kitchen line. And they do just that.
Yeah, and let Lucy get some touches, get her feel back, do some cross-court dinking.
Oh man, that was just mean, Ignatowich.
Heavy pace on that. Because Kovalova's not completely out of control there. That just beat her.
That's a big serve from Dekel Bar, one of the biggest on the Carvana PPA Tour.
1-0-2.
Yeah, this is his chance to really tilt the scoreboard.
Side up.
When you have a serve coming at you with that much pace, what are some of the things you can do on return to just try and slow it down?
Yeah, unfortunately, as we talked a little bit yesterday, there's not a lot of room behind the court, so you have to bun it back. And in this case, you need your partner to help you get to the kitchen line, and Ignatowich has done a good job with that.
Point.
So Kovalova looking to step back and just send that ball to the kitchen, trying to slow things down, to your point.
Second serve.
That was a tough return for Lucy Kovalova. Yeah. She made something out of that.
Just caught the sideline there. That's huge for confidence. A couple missed returns in the first game. Let that get out of your head.
And see, this is the challenge with Ignatowich. We talked about putting the ball on the ground, but you still have to be ready. He's still looking to speed up even off the bounce.
Yeah, and that ball again is shallower than he would have liked, but
point.
you know it's coming. So then the other option is just be ready to block. And, you know, so
2-1-1.
there's a combinations of things you can do. But in this air, it's going to be hard to speed that ball up on a bounce below the net consistently.
Second serve.
Anna Bright stuck on the left, but fends one off. So second serve now for Kovalova and Barr.
2-1-2.
Yeah, and that's a big opportunity also to neutralize Ignatowich, is to make him play the right because of that Barr serve.
Oh, not enough touch on that. But Kovalova earned one back. Incredible.
She took a 400,000-mile-an-hour ball and just cut it right into the kitchen. I mean, that was unbelievable.
Talk about touch from Lucy Kovalova.
Second serve.
And Ignatowich, this is where you feel like if you're Kovalova and Barr, it's time to make a move.
1-2-2.
He's missed a few from the baseline now.
Yes. Had the Ernie dropper that he missed as well. You see it took a lot off that ball.
And that's an angle.
Side out.
Yeah, two good defenders on the other side. Just don't give them a chance to defend. Give the crowd, make the crowd defend on that angle. Great job, Dekel.
Point.
And another great play from Lucy Kovalova. We talked in the changeover between games that this team is
3-1-1.
just figuring out some of the nuances in a newer partnership. And that's going to be one of the difficult areas, right? That middle ball in terms of ball movement and placement and then covering middle.
Yeah, especially after Dekel is pulled wide, so then he's got to side and slide back into the middle, and his paddle's behind him, and he misses there.
Dekel closing. He gets a little helpful trickle, though.
He sure did, but this is their chance to really do something. Anna Bright's not going to be able to switch here. Can they take advantage?
Point.
And this time the swinging volley goes the direction of Kovalova.
Ignatowich is not a player that loves to play the right side. He will actually play the left side with Riley Newman tomorrow, so this is what you want to keep him.
Side out.
And James decides to end up unwinding the stack on his return from Dekel Barr. So 5-1, make it 1-5 now. And that is just a solid read and solid placement from Dekel Barr.
Yeah, and Kovalova has now settled in, has gotten some of those touches at the kitchen.
1-5-2.
Is somebody who usually fades backhand and actually had a forehand counter earlier, which is just shows you the confidence is there.
Side out.
And again, the holds have been coming time and time again for Kovalova and Barr against Bright and Ignatowich here in game 2.
Yeah, and so much so that Anna Bright and James Ignatowich are going to call timeout and think about this. So big 180 in momentum here, Cameron.
My name is a tale of 2 games here in St. George, Utah, in the mixed quarterfinals. Dekel Barr and Lucy Kovalova on the missed serve, but still with the advantage. On the second day of coverage, the Selkirk Red Rock Open on the Carvana PPA Tour. The Burt, but it wasn't the ball that went down. It was off Anna Bright.
Yeah, Ignatowich had a great read and came flying in front of Anna Bright there. Nice shot by her. If not, sometimes that happens and you're just like, what just happened? And I'm not paying attention.
What a play from Lucy Kovalova. She got back up to the kitchen after being 2 feet back.
Yes, and then tags Ignatowich, who is also cheating in the middle a little bit, gets that left hip. Well done.
Big opening for Anna Bright, pulling it down the line.
Yeah, frustrated Dekel Bar because he felt like he was in control of that rally when he was straddling the center line, but didn't put that ball away and gave the no-go zone area on the two-hander for Anna Bright, which is so good.
Anna Bright, just 23 years of age. Heads up.
Sun out.
James Ignatowich just took a shot.
Yeah, went to the tattoo parlor twice with Lucy Kovalova.
5-2-1.
Ouch.
No. Launch foot. Launch foot was on. Yes, sir. Second serve.
Yeah. Again, Don Stanley.
He gets him every time.
5-2-2.
Again, you can't lose the point twice. So.
Point.
Yeah, there's that forehand drive from Dekel Bar in this environment's going to be really good. He's just got to have it low like that.
Wow, James Ignatowich just fended off a ball or two that I did not think was going to make it to the other side of the net.
Yeah, great D, and then just that finishing power that he has. So good.
Point.
And again, that swinging volley, we've seen Lucy Kovalova have a little bit of a hard time in game one with it, but she's come away on the better end of it multiple times here in game two.
Yeah, didn't quite get all the way up to the kitchen, so that angle is different from where she struck that one. And there's another ATP that doesn't work for Anna Bright. The altitude is a factor on the ATP too, because the ball stays at the same height longer than you think. So you will see yourself miss those long in this Utah. And man, is it pretty here. Come on.
What'd you do this morning?
Just stared.
Did you go and drive around just to look at everything?
The red rocks with the snow on it. It is a gorgeous place if you haven't been here. And there's the dreaded HTP from Anna Bright. Don't want to hit the post.
Oh, I was about to say there was some redemption there for Anna Bright, who got a second look at the ATP. James Ignatowich, we haven't seen that as often. They've kept the ball a little bit more out of the middle, fearful of that speed up off the bounce from Ignatowich.
Second serve.
Yeah, and a telltale sign of that is giving ATPs to the other player, because you're pushing the ball so wide on that you will take that risk to keep him out of the mix.
Anna Bright with a good idea, couldn't find the execution.
And again, on this Dekel Bar serve, this is where they have a significant advantage.
Side out.
And again, off the bounce, that quick flick on the forehand side of James Ignatowich. Definitely one of his weapons.
3-7-1.
Yeah, smart by him of not trying to reach in and take that ball out of the air. You know, you hear that all the time from some instructors. It's not the right instruction if that ball is going to bounce up above the net, wait, and then pound it like he did there.
4-7-1.
Whoopsie.
Ignatowich is thinking there's a hole in the middle of the court right now. That ball took a weird bounce.
I mean, that was fouled off
4-7-2.
so wide. Wow.
It happens. It happens, Dave.
Oh, I've done it.
What a rally! It goes to Kovalova and Bar.
Side out.
Tremendous hands. This is why people love mixed doubles, Cameron. And you saw it, Ignatowich just sitting on the backhand, just fending things off. And then what a shame that the net got involved. But Tremendous rally here in game 2
7-4-1.
from Barr and Kovalova to raise their level.
Second serve.
You got to be thinking yourself for that one. A missed serve from
7-4-2.
Dekel Barr. One less thing to have to worry about. Anna Bright trying to get herself into the mix here, looking for the speed up.
8-4-2.
Dekel Barr with the quick footwork.
Timeout
Yeah, so
receiving team,
you've
9-4-2.
seen her drag that more into the middle of the court. Didn't see him coming that time, and what a great 180 for Kovalova and Barr here, playing really well in game number 2.
No challenges.
A glorious setting for pickleball here in St. George, Utah. Mixed doubles
Time in.
quarterfinals still in action.
9-4-2.
Our third on the day. One more still to go. Dekel Barr squatting down and finding some success, and the 10th point.
Yes,
10-4-2.
rock me like a hurricane with the scorpion there from Dekel Barr. Very nice.
One game,
And
switch
game number 2, just like that, off the net for Kovalova and Barr. So back out of the timeout, and a couple quick straight points for the number 5 seed. We're going to 3 here at the Selkirk Red Rock Open. The 7th stop on the Carvana PPA Tour here at the Selkirk Red Rock Open. Up next, we will head to Newport Beach, California, my home, which, by the way, it is glorious. Oh, yeah. For the doubles shootout. I cannot wait for that one, April 21st through the 23rd. And then we'll head to North Carolina for a indoor competition. Jack Sock going to be making his professional pickleball
Game 3,
debut.
time in,
If only
0-0-2.
he could get some freaking partners.
I think he's got a couple good ones.
Yeah, Annalie Waters and Tyson McGuffin to start your career. Not too shabby.
Not too shabby, nor are these 4 players out on the court now.
Side out.
As we are right in the midst of a 3rd game in the quarterfinals for pro mixed doubles. James Ignatowich,
0-0-1.
Anna Bright, Lucy Kovalova, and Dekel Barr.
Point.
Love that placement from Barr because he moved that ball over to Anna Bright's left foot, which
1-0-1.
made her, if she wanted to hit a forehand, have to move her feet, and it created the error. Subtle, but so effective.
Oh, man. It's one thing to overcook it. It's another thing to undercook it. Right into the net for James Ignatowich.
Yeah, I mean, it was hit violently, just swatted way too low there, and
2-0-1.
momentum continues to the team dressed in black.
Anna Bright,
Second serve.
great execution off the corner.
And they were so effective with keeping Barr honest in game number 1. Put it behind him, put him in
2-0-2.
bad spots, and Twinkle Toes got the feet in the good position there. Nice finish down from Anna Bright.
Side out.
Great ball movement and footwork from Anna Bright. One in the middle of that incredible recovery.
Yes, because Anna Bright had set up Lucy Kovalova for a
0-2-1.
big swing, and she was ready.
Point.
So what might this come down to as our teams obviously switching sides again as we head to the 3rd game? That side has been the successful one if you're looking at
1-2-1.
this in terms of Anna Bright and James Ignatowich right now.
Second serve.
Yeah, it's execution, and then obviously, mentally in this sport, you do anything you can to give yourself positivity. We're on the good side. No big deal. We're not. But clearly the scoreboard says Ignatowich and Bright are on the good side.
So 2-2 as Ignatowich and Bright tie things up.
Point.
A short return. That's deadly.
Yeah, Dekel did not get a piece of that, and the advantage that he had sought on his serve, Ignatowich going for his and getting big drives. Just got to make it.
They're forcing Ignatowich to have to hit some forehand third shots, and even from an extended state right there, all the way on the right side of the court.
And sometimes you're feeling so good about the one you hit before it, you're like, I'm invincible, and that was a much more difficult ball than the one before it.
Just so much action off that roll from James Ignatowich.
2-3-2.
It's interesting to watch Dekel bar from the baseline. His inside-out forehand is incredible. Not only does it look the same for his topspin, even when he's rolling underneath that ball for backspin.
Yeah, and on that last point where they were serving, you saw Lucy Kovalova stick her backhand in the middle, and she immediately after that miss said, that's your ball, Dekel. So, again, that dynamic continues to get fine-tuned.
Speaking of middle,
yeah,
found on the opposing side.
2-3-1. Second serve.
A massive swing from Anna Bright right at the body of Dekel bar.
Yeah, he's charging forward no matter what, and that ball from Kovalova is very high, so tough to deal with that. But there's a massive serve.
Not as much angle there for James Ignatowich on the center, but also the right side.
Yeah, and that's where he's less comfortable. So that's why when he has a serve, he being Dekel to Anna Bright, that is a point they have to win.
Plenty of space to work with for James Ignatowich.
And that's why that rally's so important, because if they can get that one, they get back into the Ignatowich on the right side, and you can really put a run together. So big hold there for James and Anna.
Anna Bright finds the corner.
Really took a big swing at that and curves it into the corner. That's a beautiful ATP from Bright.
Oh, that's one of the worst things. That just hurts.
Hurts your feelings, hurts the scoreboard, hurts your body. It's just
5-3-1.
part of the game, unfortunately.
Second
James
serve.
Ignatowich letting Anna Bright take a few more off the baseline with her two-handed backhand.
Yeah, and then he can just be an absolute terror coming forward, which makes your volley pressure so much more.
It lands.
Switch ends.
So 6-3, Ignatowich and Bright find the change of end first. Starting to find some more pressure on the side of Ignatowich and Bright facing off against Kovalova and Barr. Anna Bright and James Ignatowich looking very steady in game 3 of the quarterfinals. The winner of this match will move on to the semifinals at the Selkirk Red Rock Open to face Zane Navratil and Susanna Barr, the 17 seed. Just 5 points separates Bright and Ignatowich from a victory. So the question is, what's the adjustment at the change of end?
You know, tell yourself that that we're finally on the good side here. You know, we've seen 11-4 first 2 games on this side. All right, we're down 3, but we get to stay here the rest of the match.
So would you rather start or finish on the good side?
Finish, for sure. Without question. There are teams that don't like to be in a hole, but there's a finite number of points they can win on the good side. And that is 6 in this case, so fine.
That's a good point. Yeah. So a hold for Bright and Ignatowich at 6-3.
Six, 3-1. Second serve.
The first time the Dekel bar has fended that ball off, and it's gone his direction in terms of the rally.
Yeah, that's been game over on that backhand cross-court punch there, and then Ignatowich a little ambitious going after that next ball.
Kovalova and Bar don't unwind the stack either. Another hold, but this time it's on the side of the 5 seed.
3-6-1. Point.
Anna Bright has done actually a really nice job on some of those returns, lofting, giving plenty of time.
No doubt. I mean, that got to the back
4-6-1.
1/8 of the transition area, but Ignatowich couldn't handle the drive.
Point.
That ball's about 3 inches wide of the court.
And here's the run that his serve can create. You know, you can see Anna Bright is as far back as she possibly can on the far end as we switch to that.
Anna Bright stays steady on the right side. An alley opened up for her.
Yeah, and sometimes Dekel Bark gets Ernie happy. I mean, he had to come so far away there that just leaves 10 feet of space for Anna Bright. She's too good. Look at this gal.
Set up.
So they earn 2 back. 5-6 now. Just a 1-point game. Mixed doubles quarterfinals.
6-5-1. Point.
That's a big-time point for Ignatowich and Bright from the baseline.
7-5-1.
Yeah, she doesn't play singles anymore, but that's that huge forehand that she could use and does use in doubles. That's the same as a passing shot, really well struck.
Second serve.
Second serve.
7-5-2.
Cross-court winner for James Ignatowich on the run.
What a shot. I mean, there's everything about tennis that's ridiculous recovery from Lucy Kovalova, and then just too good, too much angle. Ignatowich feeling it.
Hands for days for James Ignatowich. Anna Bright is jumping up and down.
She got on the Ignatowich pogo stick over there and was just loving James standing in the middle, fending off that huge attack from Lucy Kovalova. That's why they play together. Look at that joy. That's J-O-Y on the court right there.
So much fun for these two. The hands are electric from James Ignatowich. Already won mixed title to his name, but it came alongside Catherine Parento. Question will be, can he find one alongside Anna Bright?
Yeah, because she was on the wrong side of that. So that was the tipping point. Can they finish? We'll find out after this.
Anna Bright wearing the pink James Ignatowich hat on top of her head. She also has a mixed title in 2023 on the Carvana PPA Tour. But it came alongside her former partner in Riley Newman back at the Grand Slam in Arizona.
No, but you got time.
great shape on that ball from James Ignatowich.
Yeah, and that one rolling forehand has just ignited this team.
10-5-2.
It's now match point for Bright and Ignatowich.
Side out.
And Lucy Kovalova from the left. A much needed side out. Found for the number 5 seed.
5-10-1.
There aren't assists in pickleball.
I mean, you're the volleyball star here. Nice dig and set there, Cam, but don't think that's in the rule book.
The missed serve for Lucy Kovalova.
All right, side out.
A second look now at match point.
Point game match.
To the semifinal for the number 4 seed. Anna Bright and James Ignatowich battled tough in 3 games played, taking down Kovalova and Barr. 11-4, 4-11, 11-5.
Yeah, nice job by them of throwing away game 2. They got a little bit out of their game plan. The other team plays well. That happens sometimes. Kovalova and Barr, very talented. Got back to James being a force, put the ball on the ground, and Anna Bright so good under clutch circumstances.
To watch the ebbs and flows of both Ignatowich and Bright's game was just outstanding throughout this. Each one stepping up when asked to complete different tasks. A great job by the number 4 seed. We'll be back with another quarterfinal after this. Of our crew, Cameron Blackwood is currently standing courtside with our winners here at the Selkirk Red Rock Open. It's James Ignatowich and Anna Bright with Cameron Blackwood.
Thanks, Cam. Anna, there's a lot of momentum shifts in this game here. Different partnership on the other side. We're used to seeing Lucy and Matt. What did you have to change in your strategy and patterns now with this new partnership with Dekel?
It's tough. Lucy's so solid. She's going to make like every single ball, and Dekel is always moving. I used to have a huge losing streak against Dekel, but I've done pretty well lately. But I was a little nervous in that one. He's always earning, always doing crazy stuff, and you just always got to be ready. And yeah, we just kind of rode the momentum, and we came out on top.
And James, on the return, you guys didn't want to switch. You wanted to stay straight up. Was that solely due to Dekel's big serve?
Yeah, Dekel is hitting, especially in these conditions, you know, with his serve and his drive. It's tough, but I want to shout out these socks. I did an Instagram video, just like Jesse Irvin, OS first. Best socks in the game. Only problem is my Instagram video was so much worse than Jesse's, so I'm making up for it. These are the socks. That's why I won. Pickleball specific. Also Selkirk, of course. That's even better.
There you have it there. Moving on to the semifinals. We're going to come back with our last quarterfinal. Don't go anywhere.